you know.
Older now. They should have grown up. They should have changed.
It's a dream.
The fact is that how can he dream of the exact clothing they're wearing, the exact position they're going to be in the field, and then when he comes home, they are in that exact position?
It's a dream.
It's not real.
Well, so it is a dream.
It's a dream. It's a dream. No, for me, I'm unconvinced he's
No, but do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Matrix within a matrix.
Yeah, no, because the thing is that if you think about it that way, I mean, I'm just thinking about it, I'm like, you know what, to be honest, when you watch it, you don't think about it just then, but when you leave, you think about it that, you know, if you have a dream of something, right, and it's a particular way, and he keeps having that recurring dream of them wearing those clothes, the same clothes, and he had the same dream in that house where they were playing in the field, looking in the same way. If he comes back at the end of the movie from the plane ride and everything, and he finally makes it home, they turn. And do you know what it is? Remember what he said, that he's figured out a way home. Maybe that is the inception that he puts into his own head. To do this entire thing, you know?
This last job.
Whatever it might be.
To get himself back into that level.
I feel that clue is the reason why it's a dream. I think
and the spindling thing as well. And the spindling thing.
No, the spindling thing could fall.
Because it didn't fall, that's the whole point.
No,
as you just keep it
fall
Yeah, but it did not fall. You saw it wobble, so it may have fallen.
It may have fallen.
That's the thing. That's what's good about this film. It doesnn't give you a clear answer. You have to.
Guys, have hope and revelation. Have hope and revelation. Look at it. That is to give you doubts as to whether it did or didn't. But what I'm saying is that the children aspect. How is that real?
No, but it's all the same ball of wax. The spindling thing and the kids thing.
I mean,
it's all the same ball of wax. Like, it's putting questions in your head.
What would you argue? No, the spindling thing is something you could argue 50-50. The kids, how do you explain that?
I would argue that you don't know the length of time that it's been since...
You don't know when she died.
He was separated from his kids and the last time he saw them.
Yeah, but why would they be playing in the same position in the field by the house? Exactly the same clothes.
I don't remember that the clothes were the same.
No, I'm telling you, I watched it, it was the same.
So.
I mean, maybe, you know, they have... It'd just be coincidence, you know. Obviously, they still have those clothes.
That's too... Listen, that is too... Like, in that...
Coincidence, look, man.
I'm saying that, see, that's, for me... What?
No, carry on.
I said that, for me, is reason to believe that it was a dream, you know? Yeah. And the whole thing is a dream. And it's consistent with... I guess when you think about the way the whole thing worked, it's like, yeah, he probably did it because he's staying under, like, you know, when they went into that big room, like you said, and they said, you know, this is their reality.
Yeah.
He's probably, like, done a thing whereby he's just going to be in this dream forever.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what he did. Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, the movie was very interesting. Is this something that, I mean, you know, like, I'm going to watch it again, obviously, but I don't know, man. It's like, you know, it then comes to personal taste, I think. It's like, you know, I'm beginning to realize what I need. And what I need, only guys like Spielberg deliver a particular thing that I actually need. Like, this is...
I thought you were like a Nolan Knight.
No, exactly. No, I was going to say that. I said that this guy's still one of my main guys. But what I'm saying is that as you now get to this point, I realize that he doesn't give a particular thing that I actually need as an audience guy. There's a particular thing, Spielberg, like, listen, War of the Worlds, everybody said that they hate it. Not everybody. Yeah. But the amount of stuff I finished AI as well. You come out of the movie and you're like, and the thing is, I realize that, you know what, movies are about, when people are this good at making films, it then comes down to you. Yeah. It then comes down to, like, what do you actually want? You know? This, for me, was too much.
No,
you know, I'm watching it and I'm like,
I think, like, I don't can't really understand why you're really surprised or anything from what it's... Because really, like, I pretty much...
No, I've agreed with you that I am agreeing that when I think about it, why am I surprised? I shouldn't be. This is what somebody like that would do.
He's been consistent with it, so it's like...
I mean, can you see what I'm saying? I agree. I'm saying I expected wrongly. I expected wrongly. I expected like Blade Runner, for example.
You expected Blade Runner?
Yeah, of course.
Oh no!
When I say expected that, no, it wasn't going to be the same kind of movie, but I expected that. You know how you feel about the Decker character.
Yeah.
The way you feel about the Decker character by the time you get to the end, you feel like I really know this guy.
Yeah.
So I felt like the DiCaprio thing, like I'm going to really know him, so that I'm walking with this guy through this maze.
But you know what the thing is though? Like, obviously it's a very good like comparison. Obviously, first of all, Blade Runner, Ridley Scott didn't even write that script. So obviously someone else wrote it. But the key thing is that Ridley Scott, he's an artist. Nolan isn't really he's not an artistic director. Like, the way Ridley Scott represented Deckard and the Deckard character with the music, the lighting, the way it was just shot, is like you really could feel an emotional connection with it just with the images. He didn't even have to say anything. Just with the rain, his trench coats, the way he was
I would say you know what, I disagree. Nolan did all of that with this very sophisticated look, the suits, the slicked hair, the silenced pistols. What is different is the directing of the direction of the Decker character. You get to know him. You go to his house, his apartment, his pictures, his ideas, his thoughts.
The whole suit, like that's easy. Anybody can do that.
But you're saying like, you see, like, you never see DiCaprio, like, come home from work, like, take off his stuff, put his stuff on the table, sit down, have a cigarette. Like, he's constantly on the job. And so you never really get to see him, because, a person isn't themselves when they're working, really. Mm. And, yeah, you could say the job is totally personal to DiCaprio, but then you never see him as himself, really. You never get a sense of who he really is. Mm. You get a sense of the stuff that happens in his life, like his wife and his kids and stuff like that, and like what his job is. But yeah, you don't really see him in all aspects. And same with any of the characters.
No, true. I mean, I know, true. I mean, look, but it's like
that's what. In fact, I see more what the monk meant when you see this film is like almost a mathematical problem. Mm. While I still say that it is more than that. You can look at the film talks about other issues that you could choose to delve into if you wanted to, but it's like there isn't like an emotional hook. Like
yeah.
There is. I mean, there's it's an emotional story.
But it's okay. But it's like, were you surprised that there wasn't an emotional hook based on this film?
I'm not saying I'm not saying. I'm just saying what I saw, what I took out of it. I'm not saying disappointed, anything like that.
It's not even disappointed. It's like, I even knew before. Like,
but I'm saying that's something like, I don't know. Like I said when we came out, the film was good. Like it ticked all the boxes, but it just lacked that nth degree, Morpheus, Ducard, Pandora in Avatar. Just something when you see it, you're just like, whoa. Yeah, it just goes beyond. It goes beyond ticking boxes. It's something you couldn't expect. The magic that you couldn't expect. That you went in just expecting something, and just something came that you just couldn't expect.
Because I think,
and that's what I think. If my main criticism of this film would just be that it lacked that.
That's for me. Like, I can't really. Like, almost like any criticism I have with this film is the same criticism I have with Memento and Prestige, is that I can never connect with Nolan's characters. Like, his characters always say dialogue that is connected with the story. Not to the extent of Shyamalan. That's just to one side. But you look at, like, Memento, you look at Prestige, it's like his characters aren't very... Like, for instance, look at Spielberg's films. Like, in all of Spielberg's films, you know the character. Yeah. He starts with the character. You know who Indiana Jones is. You know who Sam Neill's character is in Jurassic Park. You know who Laura Dern's character is in Jurassic Park as well.
And look at how in Jurassic Park, how they set up such a the concept that there's a park where dinosaurs are being genetically engineered, and how it just so smoothly just comes. You don't need characters with all this exposition heavy dialogue all the time. People explaining everything that happens. It all just comes together very well. And that's something Spielberg does really well. He immerses you in a crazy world without having to rely on too much extra.
But I think the thing with Spielberg is, like, if Spielberg was doing something like Inception, you would care about DiCaprio and Marion Cotillard's relationship. Like that would be his starting point. You know, you'd really make it care.